Have you ever noticed how the most powerful person in a room is often the quietest, while others compete for the spotlight, making noise just to be heard? There's always one individual who remains silent, observant, and in complete control. Every other person in that room is subconsciously aware of him, wondering what he knows that they don't. This isn't an accident, it's a strategy, a form of mental dominance. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most respected emperors in history, understood this principle so profoundly that powerful men were said to feel unnerved by his silent presence alone. He tapped into a secret that 99% of people today will never grasp. Your silence is more than just an absence of noise. It is a psychological tool that can dismantle another person's confidence without a single word spoken. But be warned, this approach is so potent that when you begin to use it, people will react in one of two ways. They will either be drawn to you with immense respect, or they will feel deeply intimidated by you. There is no in between. Because when you master what I am about to teach you, you gain more than just respect. You gain a permanent place in their minds, occupying their thoughts 24/7. I'm going to reveal the 3 powerful silence techniques that Marcus Aurelius employed to command psychological authority in any setting. And I must caution you, once you understand how this works, your perception of social dynamics will be permanently altered. You will instantly see who holds genuine power and who is merely making noise. Most people today have it completely backward. They believe that being loud makes them appear strong, that interrupting others asserts their dominance. They worry that if they stop talking, they will be forgotten. And in a way, they are right. People do forget them, but not for their silence. They are forgotten because they are unremarkable. When you are always speaking, you are never truly listening or thinking. And if you never think, you will never say anything worth remembering. Here is a hard truth. If you constantly feel the urge to prove your intelligence, you are revealing your insecurity. If you feel compelled to demonstrate your strength, you are showing your weakness. And if you feel you must fill every moment of silence with your own voice, you are broadcasting to the world that you are uncomfortable with your own thoughts. Marcus Aurelius knew this on a level that is rarely seen today. This was a man who governed.
Silence hold this almost magnetic power over us. Why does it make others feel a mix of unease, curiosity, and even attraction? It's because silence activates a primal instinct in the human brain. When you are quiet, you create a vacuum. Others feel an overwhelming need to fill that space, and in doing so, they reveal everything about themselves, their anxieties, their desires, and their need for approval. All the while, you are simply observing, gathering intelligence like a psychological strategist. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy." The deeper meaning is this: while everyone else is scrambling to be heard, you become the one person who needs nothing from anyone. That self-sufficiency is what makes you powerful. Psychologists call this the curiosity gap. Your silence creates a puzzle that other people's minds become fixated on solving. And while they are fixated on you, you are living in their heads. The first technique is the observer's advantage. Instead of jumping into a conversation, you begin by studying the environment. You enter a room and for the first 5 minutes, you just watch. You listen. You notice who interrupts others, who is seeking approval, and who is posturing. In a short time, you understand the real dynamics of the group better than those who have been talking for an hour. Then, when you finally choose to speak, your words are precise and impactful. You are not just another voice, you are a strategist who has assessed the field. The second technique is the power pause. When someone asks you a question, most people rush to answer. They fill the space immediately because silence makes them nervous, but you will do something different. You will pause. Not because you are unsure, but because you understand that the pause itself is a statement. In those few seconds of silence, the other person's mind will race. They'll wonder, did I ask the wrong thing? Is he considering his answer deeply? A 3-second pause can create more psychological weight than a 10-minute monologue. When you do respond, your words will land with authority. You have trained people to understand that when you speak, it is worth listening to. The third and most advanced technique is the strategic exit. People expect you to argue your point, to defend your position, to stay and fight. But Marcus Aurelius was an emperor, not a hermit. He chose his words and his moments with care because he knew their value. First, start small. In your next conversation, instead of instantly replying, take a deliberate breath, count to 3. Feel the shift in energy as the other person waits for your response. Second, practice being an observer before you are a participant. When you enter a new social setting, give yourself 5 minutes to simply watch. Identify who holds true confidence and who is just trying to be seen. Decide who is genuinely worth your energy. Third, learn the strategic exit. When a discussion becomes pointless or negative, give yourself permission to leave. Here is your challenge. For the next 7 days, practice just one of these techniques. Choose the one that feels the most uncomfortable. That is likely the one you need the most. But I will leave you with this final thought. Once you begin this path, you will not want to turn back. Once you feel what it is like to have people value your words and to command respect without demanding it, you will never again be satisfied with being just another voice in the crowd. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." So, stop making excuses. Stop waiting for permission to become the man who does not need to prove his worth to anyone. If this has shifted your perspective on power and presence, subscribe. We are building a community of men who understand that real strength is quiet. The weak will continue to talk. The wise will start to listen. Which one will you be?